The Yellowstone caldera is located in the northwestern United States. It has been said by two American geologists, Ilya Bindeman and John Valley. According to them, the explosion of the Yellowstone caldera will be about 2,500 times more powerful than the eruption of Mount Etna, the highest active volcano in Europe. In terms of power, this would be comparable to almost 15,000 Tsar bombas, that is 875,000 megatons in TNT equivalent, 5 times the blast power of the Phlegraean fields. The explosion could shoot out streams of red-hot magma to a height of more than 50 kilometers or 31 miles, and be accompanied by a powerful earthquake. It would be felt in all parts of the world. In the first minutes after the start of the disaster, all life within a radius of more than 700 kilometers or 435 miles could be destroyed. The states of Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana would cease to exist. Utah, Nevada, and Colorado would also be affected. 90% of all living things there would die. Most of them from suffocation and hydrogen sulfide poisoning. The entire west coast of the United States would be covered with volcanic ash and turned into a dead zone. Most likely, 3 or 4 hours after the Yellowstone disaster, dozens or even hundreds of volcanoes around the world would begin erupting. The eruptions would cause a tsunami up to 40 meters, that's up to 130 feet high, which would wash away every Pacific and Atlantic coastal city. For example, Los Angeles and New York. But what would happen immediately after that would lead to the partial extinction of humanity. Within a day, acid rain would begin pouring over the entire North American continent, which would destroy most of the vegetation. Volcanic emissions would lead to the formation of an ozone hole over the mainland and give access to solar radiation. It would take 2 to 3 weeks for clouds of ash to cross the Atlantic and Pacific. In a month, they would block the sun from the entire Earth. The temperature of the atmosphere would drop by about 11 degrees Celsius, or almost 20 degrees Fahrenheit. A cold snap and severe earthquakes would disable most of the pipelines, power lines, and railways. In total, more than 2 billion people would die as a result of the cataclysm. The duration of the volcanic winter, if people didn't interfere with the process, could be about 4 years. Due to changes in the climate and usual way of life, people would have to learn to survive. And there's no guarantee that we would succeed.